So far this week, we've already made substantial changes to the way that your web page looks. You remember during the first exercise, the navigation bar that now is to the left of your web page stretched across the top horizontally. Now we want to move on and talk a little bit about how you can use cascading style sheets and the style rules to actually position items on the page. When you position items, you can do it in a format called relative positioning or absolute positioning. For this exercise, we're going to look at relative positioning, meaning the way that we define the position of an element is relative to other elements in the page. Take a look at this navigation bar, the photo, and then the text. Notice that the navigation bar extends above the photo and above the text. So one of the things we may want to do with cascading style sheets and with positioning is actually move things down. Generally, you can position things using cascading style sheets either based on a measurement from the top or on the measurement from the left. In this case, we're actually going to follow the directions on page 190. Go to step 2 and we're going to look for the main nav UL selector. And that's because we want to move this section. And as you can imagine, if we want to line it up with the photo and the text, we're going to want to move it down. So let's pull up the style sheet. We'll look for main nav and we'll look for UL. UL again is the unordered list section. And we're going to add a new name value pair. We're going to add position relative. And this simply means that the position of this element needs to be made relative to the other elements on the page. The next thing we're going to do is actually talk about the position. We're going to do that by using the name value pair top, and 2EM is going to be the measurement. Save this document. We'll reload this page and watch what happens to this navigation bar. It pulls down, and basically it's going down by the measurement or by the units of 2 in this case. Now, before you move on, even though this is really the only step in this exercise, I'd like you to go back to the style sheet and make a change. Let's move this so it has a top 5. Save the document. Go back to the page and reload it. Watch what happens to that navigation bar. It goes down substantially. So play around with that positioning a little bit. I'm going to go back and I'm going to change the position back to 2EM, the way it's supposed to be according to the book. And I'm going to add another line. I'm going to add a line called left. And this isn't shown in your book, but I'm going to put left 4EM. And we're going to get rid of this in just a minute, but I want you to see what happens when I save this. It's also going to change not only how the navigation bar is aligned or positioned from top to bottom, but now from left to right. See, it's moved over, okay, 4 units from the left, so that means it's moved over to the right, and it's actually on top of the text. Doesn't look very good, so we'll want to go ahead and we'll remove that for now. We'll leave the top 2EM measurement and the relative positioning in place because we still want that navigation bar to be moved down so it's level with the content and the photo. Save this document. Go to the web page and reload it, and now our navigation bar looks good. You've completed this exercise, and now let's get ready to move on to the next one.